Last week on Pokemon Cooked League, Gen 7 went too crazy in the over predictions and got hit by the full package of justice from Heatran, while the Sinister Sinastchas took the bye week to complain about his team and upload YouTube videos. Will the week off kindle a new passion for the Sinister Sinastchas band of mismatched mons? Welcome to match 2 of week 6. We have the Gen 7 versus the Sinister Sinastchas. Again, this might be Gen 7's last gasp here on trying to make playoffs. They need this game very badly. But I feel like when their backs are against the wall, they usually perform the strongest. But against Sinister Sinistchas, that's always going to be a tough task. I think for the Sinister Sinistchas, I think Gouging Fire looks really good here. This Fire Dragon typing is just really, really strong into this. You know, you see the fire types, you see the grass type. You quad resist fire types attacks, and you can use the fire type attacks yourself to the sun to not only maybe even boost your own photosynthesis. It still might be booster energy. I'm still going to predict that the item is going to be booster energy because it's just so important to get that consistently. But it could be that you could run a different item. Not only that, but you also get the damage boost from fire type attacks, which is always good. Like a heat crash into all these mons that aren't that heavy with sun boost is gonna hurt even if it's resisted. And then on the other side, what on the other side? I think you need some sort of. I don't know if any of these mons have Trick Room. I think Lunatone might have Trick Room. I think if Lunatone might be important just as a Trick Room setter here. I'm not gonna say that there's definitely some fast-ish mons on the Sinister side. I'm not going to say his team. Yeah, there's some really fast ones like the Booster Speed Gouging Fire, the Thunderous, and then the Basculegion, which a decent amount of time was Choice Scarf, and the Weavile. So having Lunatone to maybe set up Trick Room, and also being, and as sad as it sounds, it might be one of your better ways to actually knock out Gouging Fire with just like super effective rock type attacks. And I wouldn't be surprised if I see the Lunatone out here early just to get the Trick Room up early here. No, it's tough to get Trick Room up though, because I mean with the rock typing, the sun can actually help you against these water type attacks from the Tapu Fini and the Basculegion, but it doesn't help you against the ghost type attacks from a Basculegion. Also doesn't help you against dark type attacks from the Weavile. So it's gonna be tough. I expect a Trick Room to come out early and often. And on the other side, I think Thunderous is gonna be out here early. Just early, you get Prankster value. I can see is the philosophy for the Sinister just the better, and then maybe you're Gouging Fire because it just seems so strong here. Okay, we're not gonna put the sun here at first. Makes sense. The sun doesn't really help you, at least not yet. The thing is that this Thunderous can taunt any potential shenanigans that the Lunatone is trying to do here. So that's another reason why it's so powerful in this matchup. And then like the Tapu Fini can just you really could be trading punches with the Brute Bonnet here. Another thing about the Misty Terrain is that you can't get put to sleep. That's also pretty big. Like you're probably gonna win the race of clicking Moonblast versus getting hit by Seed Bomb. But we'll see if he even wants to take those trades. So yeah. I think this is a pretty smart lead from the Sinistchas here. Okay, so that is okay, maybe predicting, let's see. That is one way to get up the Trick Room with the combination of Rage Powder plus Trick Room here. And with thanks to the red card, is that red card? Eject button. You do get the Torkoal safely in the sun. But the Hitmontop comes in here, which means that you do get a turn of Fake Out Pressure. So that's a turn of Trick Room stalled. And I wouldn't be surprised if this Hitmontop is something Assault Vested. Freaking Tapu Fini is just so bulky, especially, and it resists fire that even though the sun is up, And you get the Trick Room in the potential Sun moves. I don't, Fire Boosted Eruptions. I don't know how much damage you're actually getting off of this. So this is, I like the idea. It's just I don't know how well it does in practice against these mons that can take fire attacks. These fire attacks so well usually. Okay, and I'm kind of surprised seeing the Thunderous switch in here immediately. I thought Tapu Fini was in a good position to tank Eruption here. Maybe he's suspecting a Solar Beam? But, like, you faked out the Torkoal. Is there something that... Why, Gorgon? Why is that one nicknamed the other one? But, anyways. What is the Thunderous going to do here? I guess that's going to help. And the answer is, I'm not really sure in Trick Room. I mean, you still get the priority of Prankster, but what are you trying to Prankster? Are you trying to taunt the Torkoal? I don't know. I'm not trying to taunt the Lunatone so the helping hand doesn't work. I don't know. Not really sure. Are we just trying to protect? Oh, of course. You can Prankster Rain Dance, of course. And we do see that the item's Life Orb, and Life Orb Eruption is definitely a interesting combination here. Because you're damaging yourself every time you use Eruption, so you're already making your Eruption weaker. But, you know, it's like, your damage boosting items are either choice specs, which, you know, you can't choose your moves, or something like the... or Charcoal, which doesn't help as much, but at least you're not nerfing yourself every time. And yeah... And you, even with the, it still did a decent amount with the Rain Dance and the Eruption here. I expect but now this is kind of rough. A decent amount of Trick Room turns have been stalled out. The Rain's now up, which means, like, what's really stopping a Tapu Fini from clicking a Water move in general? You like, yeah, you do have Grass, Water Resist with, like, the Brubana, which is low, and the Cherrim, which is just stats are bad. So, like, you're gonna have to do a lot of pivoting to try to get this Sun back up, and it's just, and the Tapu Fini is just so bulky. Like, how are you gonna get rid of this anytime soon? And then another thing with the, and wow, that Cherrim is just in the most now super miserable here, because of the rain. That electric type signature move, I forgot, Wild Bolt Storm, something like that, is now perfectly accurate. So you can now click that in the rain, which is big. And now just one turn to Trick Room Wrath, like, you could protect still the last turn to Trick Room, but I don't think there's any need to. I think your mons are bulky, are going to take the attacks fine enough. Maybe the Thunderous maybe the Thunderous wants to protect just for the potential rock type moves last attack from Lunatone. But you can, like, also Prankster your Impulse out as well if you really want to. Maybe, but, like, clicking Water move on Tapu Fini seems good to me here. Oh, the move being Weather Ball's funny. And we see the philosophy was correct on predicting on trying to predict the Sun getting back up here with the Rain Dance, but it doesn't work out this time because it wasn't Torkoal hard switching in. It is the manual Rain Dance, which we have seen before. We have seen them against me with the Cherrim here. Unfortunately, because the Thunderous is still alive, the Thunderous can just click Rain Dance again, and then it's probably just, like, Scald something and just start wreaking havoc here. You know, the Cherrim still gets its boost, I think, even if it's on, but, like, again, its special attack is so low. The Lunatone is not threatening at all. And that's kind of a shock to me that we're not even gonna... Because, like, you did get a para on the Cherrim, which is something, but, like, you're clicking a move that I don't think was going to get you much mileage, honestly. I don't think the Lunatone being alive is even that good bad for you. I felt like just clicking Rain Dance there was like a safer option. I understand Tabu Fini getting, you know, getting sent out of there, I guess makes sense on the aspect of that it's so valuable that you want to keep it alive. And now now that you see the moveset off the Lunatone, you do know the Gouging Fire is not even scared of a rock type move. So the Photosynthesis speed is backfiring, but I think it's mostly fine here. You can you can send in something else. You can maybe hit him on top to stall more fake out with more Trick Room turns. Really anything. Not everything. Like Weavile is probably bad, and you probably want Basket Legion healthy. So probably either hit him on top of Tapu Fini here. Yeah, and Tapu Fini just immediately comes back out, gets the terrain back up. Yeah, what's stopping us fire boosted move, and then honestly, I'm probably just doubling this chair. Like, what is this Lunatone even doing at this point? Like a weather wall into the resistant mons. Yeah, I'm ignoring the crap out of this Lunatone now. Oh, Solar Blade. Ow! Wow, and Howling here is so greedy. Oh my goodness. It is greedy, but the thing is that if you could salt the rest of these Trick Room turns, which Gouging Fire I think can, like, and then then the Trick Room setter is gone, like, the Gouging Fire might just, like, end the game. So I kind of get it. You also probably didn't expect Chairman to be physical. I mean, he probably doesn't know what Chairman does, period. That wouldn't surprise me either. But now that you see it's physical, I think it might be a good time to get the Mr. Fake out here. Yep. And you can, like, fake out Howl, honestly. Because, again, what is this Lunatone going to even do? Like, you fake out the Charm, stall a turn, get another Howl in. Make the him on top even more an offensive threat now. I think that's a pretty smart play here. And I think that's what we're gonna guess is what we see. Like, wow, that did more than I thought, truthfully. The Lunatone does go down, which I don't think is actually good for you right here. It wasn't really doing anything. It's like being a helping hand bot, and now you can get like the Torkoal in here. The Gen 7 get Torkoal in here safely. So I don't know if that was great. I think how. Okay, the him on top is on at least should be slower than the Chi-Yu, but who knows what this training Chi-Yu is. Okay, I wanted to click play just in case I was gonna see a room service jump scare pop up, but yeah, this is a little. I'm a little suspicious that this Chi-Yu is out. Like, is it actually slower, or are we just like sacking it? I don't know. Not sure. Okay, if you're doing that, you have to expect to be slower. Oh my goodness, it's so slow. There goes the Chi-Yu. Okay, now that the sun. Okay. Yeah, now we see the actual item be used, and this is the last turn of a Trick Room. I see no reason. I just see like no reason to what's it called to do anything besides double protect here. Like, oh, you can like switch out and do like sucker punch mind games, but I think that's mostly fine here. I think you just double protect here. Oh, wide guard. Okay, that also makes sense here. Okay, so yeah, I'll just say that's part of the reason why I was a little surprised about the damage to him on top did, because I thought it was going to be Salt Fast, but it's not. Wide guard is definitely a useful option against the Eruption team. And now you have the Sun with this Gouging Fire that can just keep heat crashing things. I mean, I guess these mons resist them. So, this is kind of rough. And with the Basket Legion in the back, I mean, the Basket Legion in the back isn't enough to, like, win anything. But, like, I think you can just chip down these mons enough and then Weavile and Basket Legion in the back and just finish things off here. So, like, even though, like, you might not be able to KO both of these mons or one of these mons, I think you're still relatively fine here because you just have. Yeah, that should be some good enough damage. We do get the double into the Hitmontop, but on the grand scheme of things, I'm not sure how impactful that is. Weavile can get sent out now. I would imagine Weavile is getting sent out now. Or maybe it's actually just... No, I'm going to say maybe Vascular Legion just gets sent out now. I think either way, it's fine. You can just... What is Brett and Josh? I don't know that. I don't get this joke. But, like, yeah, Last Respect still, Lola Marowak. It'll die to that, and the Gouging Fire with Heat Crash will be enough here. Oh, that's... What? What are we... is this Breaking Swipe, then? Yeah, okay. I don't know if that was necessary. I don't even know if that was... And another Rock Slide dodge, and the Gouging Fire does go down, but... I would imagine that a combination of just... If you have a Ice-type move of some sort onto the Brute Bonnet, and then a Ghost-type move, and then, what's it called, Last Respects in the Alone Marowak, that should be fine here. If the Ice-type move is actually accurate, it's like Ice Spinner or something, so you don't risk that. Okay, we're starting off Fake Out turns, makes sense here. We're losing Sun turns, which might matter here. I mean, does a Sun boosted Sucker Punch... no, does a Sun boosted Sucker Punch actually KO Brute Bonnet? If it does, then this might be a problem for Sinister Sinastchas, actually. You might... And because this is probably Choice Scarf. Oh, well, it's not. I mean, well, it's not. It didn't click Sucker Punch, so you're fine here. And the Last Respects will definitely KO here. Yeah, that was a bit closer than I thought it was going to be. At least I thought the first few turns looked so good for the Sinister Sinastchas. But man, if that's Sucker Punch, then like you Sucker Punch the Vascular Legion, that KOs. And then I would think that would KO. It's Sun boosted, it's Photosynthesis boosted, it's super effective stab. And then obviously any fire type attack into the Weavile would KO. So I'd just say I don't know what the other moves on this Brute Bonnet was. I'm guessing one of them was Spore. So like it's probably like Spore, like Seed Bomb or something, or Spore Crunch. But yeah, I got close, and I don't know that mathematically eliminates the Gen 7, but being 3 and was it 2 and 4 at this point with 1 week left, that can't be a good spot to be in. But that's gonna do it for me. Congrats to Sinister Sinastchas, and I'll see you guys soon.